Shalom, good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcast to you from Jerusalem, and in today's top stories. Regional tensions run at an all-time high as the Islamic Republic of Iran, in concert with its proxies, continues to make last-minute preparations for a pledged devastating strike against Israel. Israel pledges to face Iran and its proxies on all 7 fronts. The United States announces the deployment of additional assets to the Middle East while it prepares to stand by Israel in confronting the Iranian threat. Regional tensions run at an all-time high as the Islamic Republic of Iran, in concert with its proxies, continue to make last-minute preparations for a pledged devastating strike against Israel. Efforts to diminish Tehran's scope for an attack by regional and global actors have thus far failed, with the Ayatollah regime poised on exacting a heavy toll from Israel. Moreover, the Islamic Republic has escalated regional tensions by pledging to strike at any actor or state which will come to Israel's aid. And while this threat evidently prompted Egypt's decision to announce that it would not interfere, the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, on the other hand, stood steadfast in its position that it would not allow any missiles, rockets, or unmanned aerial vehicles breach its own sovereignty. In tandem, the United States announced that it will further bolster its military posture throughout the Middle East.
Secretary Austin spoke with Israeli Minister of Defense Gallant this morning about the destabilizing threats posed by Iran, its partners, and proxies. The secretary reiterated ironclad support for Israel's security and informed the minister of additional measures to include ongoing and future defensive force posture changes that the department will take to support the defense of Israel. Secretary Austin highlighted that further escalation is not inevitable and that all countries in the region would benefit from a de-escalation in tensions, including through completing a Gaza ceasefire and hostage release deal. He also stressed that the unprecedented scale of U.S. support for Israel since October 7th should leave Iran, Lebanese Hezbollah, and other Iranian-backed terrorist groups with no doubt about U.S. resolve.
U.S. Deputy National Security Advisor Jonathan Hessen, in an interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos, stopped short from elaborating on Tehran's true offensive intentions. Nevertheless, he stressed that the United States is determined to stand by its ally Israel.
George, I won't lay out what I expect Iran to do because I don't think we want to show our hand in that way. But I will tell you we are preparing for every possibility, just as we did in advance of April 13th when Iran attacked Israel, and the United States and a coalition of our partners and allies worked with Israel to defeat that attack. In the current moment, as you just said, the Pentagon is moving significant assets to the region to prepare for what may be another need to defend Israel from an attack, while simultaneously we are working very hard to de-escalate this situation diplomatically, because we do not believe that a regional war is in anyone's interest in the current moment, and that is something that we've been trying to avoid since October 7th.
Knowing full well that a detrimental Iranian attack could bring about a full-scale regional conflagration by triggering the wrath of Israel's defense establishment, including all of the tools at its disposal, the American Deputy National Security Advisor stressed that Washington is determined to prevent matters from boiling over.
In close coordination and conjunction with our Israeli allies and other partners and allies in the region, we are doing everything possible to make sure that this situation does not boil over, even in the context of providing significant assets, U.S. assets, and the help of other countries to defend Israel should the need arise again.
Hessen went on to address ongoing efforts to reach a cessation of hostilities arrangement for the Gaza Strip as part of the Biden administration's fundamental belief that it would bring an end to regional hostilities.
Look, we've been quite clear both publicly, and President Biden has been on the record about this a number of times, and also privately to the Israelis and to other partners in the region, that we think this ceasefire and hostage deal has to take place as soon as possible. This would be the best outcome, we believe, for Israel's security, certainly for the hostages themselves who have been through an unimaginable ordeal, but also certainly for the Palestinians living in Gaza and for the wider region to just turn the temperature down on this entire situation and create the possibility for a more peaceful future and improve the humanitarian situation in Gaza.
It is important to highlight that Hamas is the one which continues to refuse an arrangement that would bring about a ceasefire. Nevertheless, the Biden administration is ratcheting up pressure on the Netanyahu government to concede to a Hamas demand to forgo on Israel's crucial security need of controlling the Gazan border corridor of Philadelphia, as well as the Rafah border crossing, from which Hamas had essentially smuggled into the Gaza Strip its large arsenal of munitions prior to the October 7th onslaught. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, in an address to a commemoration ceremony for the late Zionist leader Zev Jabotinsky, asserted that while visiting IDF troops in Rafah, his comprehension of the importance of control of the Philadelphia corridor has been reinforced.
התרשמתי שם עמוקות מהישגי לוחמינו. ראיתי את הפעולה העצימה שלהם מעל הקרקע ומתחת לקרקע. התחזקתי גם בהבנה שאחיזתנו בציר פילדלפי ובמעבר רפיח חיוניים להמשך. רק הגברת הלחץ הצבאי על אויבינו השפלים, מרצחי החמאס, תקדם את מטרות המלחמה. והמטרות הן קודם כל להבטיח את עתידנו ולשחרר את כל חטופינו, אני מדגיש, את כולם, בלי יוצא מן הכלל. החיים והחללים, גם יחד, נשיב אותם הביתה. אנחנו נמשיך ללחוץ על הדוושה, לא נרפה מן הלחץ בכל אזורי הלחימה. ננקוט יוזמה התקפית, יצירתית, עיקשת, עד בוא הניצחון.
Netanyahu further addressed the challenge of facing immense pressure from Jerusalem's allies vis-à-vis Israel's strategic considerations.
יחסים בין מדינות נשענים במידה רבה על אינטרסים. מול האינטרס של הצד האחד צריך לדעת להתעקש על האינטרס שלנו, שהוא לעתים בצד הנגדי. מול לחצים מדיניים צריך לדעת להפעיל לחץ נגדי. מאז תחילת המלחמה מופנים כלפינו אין ספור לחצים שאנו צריכים להדוף. ההישגים הרבים שלנו במערכה מבוססים גם על העובדה שלא נכנענו ללחצים הללו. אנחנו מפעילים לחץ נגדי במקומות שחשוב להפעיל אותם. התעקשנו על הקווים האדומים שלנו ונמשיך להתעקש עליהם, הן מול אויבינו, הן מול ידידינו שעמידתם לצידנו ראויה למלוא ההוקרה. אנחנו מעריכים, משבחים, מקדמים בברכה, אומרים כן מתי שאפשר, ואומרים גם לא מתי שצריך.
Amid claims by Israel's adversaries, including the International Court of Justice in The Hague, that Israel's presence in Judea, Samaria, and Jerusalem is illegal under international law, Netanyahu claimed that these blatant lies aimed at distorting historic truths will never succeed to delegitimize Israel's right over its ancestral homeland. The premier further stressed that the foundation of Israel's right over the land is rooted in the Bible.
עם האמת הזאת אנו מתייצבים אל מול ההצהרה המעוותת של בית הדין בהאג, שנוכחות ישראל ביהודה ושומרון ובירושלים העתיקה כביכול אינה חוקית. איזה סילוף, איזה אבסורד. ארץ ישראל היא ירושה מאבותינו זה אלפי שנים. ממנה צמחנו, עליה התפללנו, ואליה חזרנו עם שיבת ציון. זוהי ארצנו.
With regard to Iran's pledge to strike at Israel in full force, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declared that Israel is determined to face them on every front, in every arena, far and near. Moreover, he added that Iran and its proxies will pay a very heavy price.
איראן ועושי דברה מבקשים להקיף אותנו בטבעת חנק של טרור בשבע חזיתות. התוקפנות הגלויה שלהם אינה יודעת שובע, אבל לא אלמן ישראל. אנו נחושים לעמוד מולם בכל חזית, בכל זירה, רחוקה כקרובה. כל מי שרוצח את אזרחינו, כל מי שפוגע במדינתנו, לא ינקה מאחריות. הוא ישלם מחיר כבד מאוד.
While Israel's defense forces are in full alert both on defense and on offense, Iranian efforts to showcase its military prowess is seemingly hurting its own economy, with its market shares plummeting by over 32% over the past couple of days alone. Moreover, prospects of decisive offensive Israeli strikes against multiple Iranian strategic targets may shatter the regime's capacity to survive, a calculus taken into account by all actors in the region. Meanwhile, U.S. National Security Council Coordinator for Strategic Communications, retired Rear Admiral John Kirby, reiterated in an interview with Fox News Sunday, yesterday, that the United States takes Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's threat seriously and that it is prepared to confront the Islamic Republic.
Look, when the Supreme Leader says he's going to avenge, we have to take that seriously. Now, I don't know what they're going to do or when they're going to do it, but we got to make darn sure that we're ready and that we have the capabilities in the region to be able to help Israel defend itself and, quite frankly, defend our own people, our own facilities, our own national security interests.
Thank you for watching TV7 Israel News. It is important to highlight that TV7 Israel is a donation-based non-profit ministry with all of our productions available free of charge. Therefore, we would deeply appreciate it if you'd consider making a donation. You can do so by visiting our website at www.tv7israelnews.com. Separately, I'd like to encourage you as ever, pray for the peace of Jerusalem and salvation of Israel. I'm Jonathan Hessen, wishing you a Shavua Mevorach veBatuach, and God willing, we'll see you during our upcoming TV7 Israel updates. Until then, Shalom from Jerusalem.